Hey everybody! Welcome to Dog Oracle. Today, we're going to go over how to teach a perfect recall, the top 15 tips to teach your dog to come when called. Make sure to watch until number 1 because it's probably the best tip that if you understand correctly can change everything when training your dog to come when called. Before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when we release more dog videos like this one. As a dog owner, one of the first things you probably thought you'd accomplish on day 1 is teaching your dog how to come. It seems easy in the millions of dog videos you watched, and hey, everyone's dog does it in the movies. The reality is, dogs get overexcited, easily distracted, and downright stubborn. It's time to turn that crazy behavior around and teach them the perfect recall. Here are the top 15 tips to help you get this done in no time. Tip number 15. Get to know your dog. Dogs have the lowest attention span. Even the slightest drop of water would get their attention away from you anytime. Understand that the pooch is always excited to explore the world and sniff out other people, things, and even puddles. As a dog master and trainer, it's your role to understand the potential external stimuli and control them. You can start by training your dog with a leash to keep the distance between you, so that your dog doesn't run off to places, even before he learns the recall. Tip number 14. In it to teach it. As a human, you have to manage your expectations. Don't just expect your dog to learn it all in the first training session. What you could do is to plan your training and aim for 100% success. If you've been casually using the word come for every instance of your training, it'll lose its touch and relevance. Once the kids get the hang of it, overusing the recall word will hold less meaning, especially when just frolicking indoors. The first rule is to keep this word sacred, kind of like a code, and use it only when you're about to practice it. Tip number 13. Let the recall begin. Time to build value on the word come and make it rewarding and exciting. That's by having fun training sessions. Your objective is to get your dog to respond to your call and to just drop everything that he's doing, sniffing or biting. Be generous when giving treats and verbal rewards. The initial phase is to kick off with loads of positive reinforcement. Act and sound like a calm and composed leader, and inspire your dog so that he'll view you as the lead and not a nagging parent. Tip number 12. Create the perfect training environment. Remove all the distractions, especially for the first-time training. A falling leaf, a passing siren, or even just a door closing is enough to get your pooch rushing to the other side of the house or garden. Find a silent and enclosed area with zero distractions. You can consider using a whistle or name calling and narrow corridors or passageways to start. A no-frills classroom and dedicated sounds would ensure better concentration, success, and of course, more treats. Tip number 11. Make it more exciting with fun and games. Once the corridors get slightly boring, always alternate by playing games to get the dog revved up even more. Play tag or hide and seek. Get them mentally challenged and moving. Reward the perfect recall always. Invite friends or family on board the recall game. The more the merrier. And imagine how excited the dog will be with all those guests participating in the game. Playing hot potato is an entertaining way to spread the command and once your dog get used to it in the spirit of family fun. Tip number 10. Sound like you mean it. Tonality counts when commanding dogs. The shouting, shrieking, or just the sound of pure desperation does not reflect the severity of the word come. It can even sound like an invitation to play. If you want to play, consider other informal words to signify fun and playtime. As a leader, the single word delivery should suffice. No, pretty please, come now. It's a barrage of words and emotions that can only send mixed signals and behavior. What you want is a successful and consistent reaction to this. Tip number 9. Be understanding. A slow, lagging, or distracted dog is inevitable at the start. If your dog still came, regardless of the time you had to wait, this still deserves a reward. Check out the cost of the distraction and try again. Responding to you by going back and looking at you Remember, eye contact is important. Still deserves a degree of praise. He heard you, and he tried his best. Once he gets the idea of the treat incentive, there should be an urge to recall snappier. He'll get there. Tip number 8. Try it outdoors. Widen the distance or use a long leash if you don't feel comfortable just yet. Train with treats that the dog loves and let him explore the area. Once he gets the hang of the place, remember to use the same principles and make sure you're audible. Going out is a lot of fun for any dog. Don't be a party pooper and leash the dog to go home once he learns how to come. It's a way to ruin the good mood. Savor the achievements and let him play as a real reward. Tip number 7. Bribe just this once. Let it be clear that bribery is not a good thing, but trying out positive bribery helps, especially when you're faced with the distractions of the outside world. Your name-calling plus a high-value treat should be enticing enough for the dog to leave whatever he's playing with and go to you. You and the recall should count more than the neighbor's dog or the ice cream delivery truck. As a loving leader, once your dog successfully comes to you, be a kind guy and let him go back to his playtime or twig. Tip number 6. Remove treats eventually. Bribery and fun treats are an effective short-term reward, but eventually you'll have to wean off that kind of incentive scheme and move to actual practice or instinct. No relationship based on bribery works well in the long run, even for humans. You have to build your relationship with love and trust, not bells, whistles, and beef sticks. Once you feel that the dog is ready to graduate from treats, gradually move to verbal praise, playtime, and patting, only if he likes that. Tip number 5. What's in a name? Teach the dog his name too. The danger of teaching come is that it might lose its value when used around the house a lot. You tell the kids to come here or you ask your friends to come over. The best way to deal with this is to just teach your dog to learn his name to make it official. There is less severity because it is prone to be mentioned a lot, but there is always a surprise from the caller. It could be a treat, a new toy, or even just mom getting home from work. Tip number 4. Don't call and punish. If there is anything that can ruin a positive mood and undo a great degree of training, it's to summon your dog just to berate him. Even humans hate that. That's like the principal's office. When that happens, what do you learn? To hide somewhere secret or just run away. Your dog will associate the recall with a negative experience, which is the opposite of what you are trying to teach. Always partner a successful recall with positive reinforcement. Bonus tip. Chasing is also another thing guaranteed to get them running away from you. It also looks ridiculous. Dogs should do the playtime chasing. Tip number 3. Make positive moments. Everything about the recall training should be enveloped in positive reinforcement. There should be no shouting or punishment at the side of the caller. Doing nothing will also not help because the dog will think that he was having so much fun sniffing a park bench, and when you called, there was nothing to offer. Won't that be such a drag? If the proposition of the other side or party is so much better, there will be no reason to come. The offer, especially at the start, should be a high-value treat. Teach your dog to value the recall words so that when you need it the most, he's sure to obey. Tip number 2. Train your dog every day. And make it fun. Especially in the case of puppies. Their minds soak your training like a sponge. What better way to reinforce the behavior when you teach it every day? Find the time to repeat and teach, and reward consistently. The only way to shape their minds and bodies is if they hear and see the consistency and feel the positive output of their good behavior. Teaching your dog to come will not be achieved overnight. With distractions or even a strung-out voice, there is a lot to be practiced. However, regular practice or a routine will work well with the dog's system, especially when the rewards are memorable. No one wants a cranky teacher, so make it a point to make it in short bursts of fun time. And here comes a tip you've been waiting for. We said earlier that it will be really useful, especially if you love your pets. And that's because tip number 1. Invest time, commitment, and effort to make this happen. Very short or irregular bursts of training will not cut it. A dog will see and hear so many other things in a day. So if you think that he remembers your training last Saturday, maybe he will, maybe he won't. Your relationship is earned and not bought. Even if you flag him with the best steak in town, that won't feed him the knowledge of 2 weeks' worth of training. Your dog makes the effort to come when called, to sit when asked. You should do the same and find the time and commitment to train. Set a time in your daily work from home for a quick, calm session. If you're busy at work, have family members or friends help out. Calendar your weekends at the park or with friends with dogs to have fun days outside. Spend time with your dog to build the bond even when not training. Eventually, he will learn that the steak he receives as a prize to come isn't just a bribe. It's because he is eager to please you. The only way to reciprocate that love is to show that you're invested in your dog's time and learning too. At the end of it all, you don't only teach your dog the perfect recall, you also strengthen your bond and inspire his good behavior. It's also always a fun job, so you'll never consider it a chore. After all, there is no such thing as boring when it comes to dogs. Below this video in the description is an awesome online dog training course that could really help you out when training your dog. It's already helped a bunch of people and won't break the bank. Also, make sure to check out this next video on the 14 must-know commands to teach your dog. These are basic and will help greatly increase that bond of trust between you and your dog. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.